All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do the equation of a circle, and welcome back from break. So the standard equation of a circle is x minus h all squared plus y minus k all squared equals r squared. Now the h and the k actually stand for the center of the circle. So what's happening is we're really kind of graphing these circles on a coordinate graph, okay? R is the radius. Now here's the thing, whenever you go to write these, you don't have to FOIL this. You just leave it exactly the way it is, x minus h all squared, y minus k all squared. So if we go ahead and we look at an example, here, y minus 2 all squared plus y minus 3 all squared equals 16. So that means the center of the circle, here's your h and k, is 2, 3. Your radius then is you take the square root of 16, and the radius is going to be 4. So if we go down here, x plus 2 all squared, y plus 7 all squared, center of the circle then is negative 2, negative 7. So if you want to think about it, you know, take the opposite of whatever the sign is in here, and that's what your center of the circle is going to be. 36 is the radius, so we would take the square root of 36, and that would be 6. Now, if I were to go to graph this, okay, my center of the circle is at 2, 3, and my radius being 4, I would just draw up 4, down 4, to the right, to the left 4, and then just make a circle out of that, okay? So if I were to do that over here, it's going to be kind of difficult here, but we'll try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, negative 2, negative 7. So we would go to the right 6, up 6, to the left 6, and then down 6, okay? And then we would connect the dots so that we get something that somewhat looks like a circle, okay? Yeah, I know, that was bad. Oh well. But here's the thing about the equation of a circle. From the equation of a circle, we can find a whole bunch of different things. Obviously, we can find the center of the circle. That's h and k. We can also find the radius. That's 16. We can also find the diameter, because remember the diameter is twice the radius. So in this case, it would be 8. If I look down here, the diameter would be 12. We can also find the area and circumference of the circle, okay? Because remember what area is, pi r squared. So we could just take this r squared 16, the area is 16 pi. For the circumference, it's 2 pi r. Well, here's our r, so that's 2 pi times 4, 8 pi for the circumference. So if I go down here, my area would be 36 pi, and my circumference would be 2 times pi times r, which is 12 pi. You also notice circumference is diameter times pi. Same thing up here, diameter times pi. 8 pi, 12 pi. We'll be back with some examples to do. Okay, so we're going to do some of the problems now. For this first one, the center of the circle is at 1, 1. So if the center, okay, is 1, 1, and then the radius of the circle, I notice the radius is going 1 in each direction. Okay, so the radius is 1. So when we go to write the equation, it's going to be x minus 1 all squared plus y minus 1 all squared, and that's going to equal 1 squared, which is just 1. Okay? So for number 6, if the center of the circle here is at 1, 3, that's x minus 1 all squared plus y minus 3 all squared, and that's going to equal, we have to do 4 squared, and that's going to be 16. Now for 13, they want the equation of the circle. They're telling you that the center of the circle is 2, 4, and the point on the circle is negative 3, 16. So what we have to do is we actually have to find the distance between that, and that's going to be the radius between those two, and that's going to be the radius. Okay? So we do the distance formula to find the radius. Distance formula says subtract the x's squared plus subtract your y squared. So that's the square root of 5 squared plus negative 12 squared which is the square root of 25 plus 144, square root of 169 is 13. So now, when we go to do our equation of the circle, it's x minus 2 all squared, y minus 4 all squared, and that's going to equal 13 squared, which is 169. And then for 17, they're asking you to find the diameter. Well, we know that the radius here is square root of 100, that the radius is 10, so then the diameter is just double that, and the diameter is 20. Okay? So nice and easy, you guys will find out that the equations of a circle, they're really not that bad. All right? So you guys need to do page 202, 203, 1 to 22. Keep washing your hands, keep saving lives.